Hello everyone, welcome you all to the live online webinar of Multisoft Virtual Academy. We are about to start in another 5 minutes, waiting for some more participants. We thank you all for your patience. Just in case you have any query or doubt after the webinar, you can discuss it with the trainer. This live online webinar is an initiative by Multisoft Virtual Academy to make you aware how the actual training sessions will happen and how you will be able to interact with the trainer, what all course topics will be covered, and how the practical sessions and hands-on training will be given to you with regards to the software. Thank you so much for your all patience, and now we will start the webinar in another 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you so much. Hello everyone. We welcome you all to the CAD and CAE live online webinar with Multisoft Virtual Academy. Multisoft Virtual Academy excels in the domain of providing instructor-led live online training through WebEx or GoToMeeting. This is a platform which provides you with complete 24/7 e-learning access along with the live online interaction with the trainer so that you can solve your queries and doubts without any hassle. Multisoft Virtual Academy helps you in upgrading your skills at ease with live real-time training, wherein you get to interact with the trainer and resolve your queries instantly. The knowledge sharing is direct and effective. In this free live online webinar, there will be live chat sessions wherein you will be able to connect with domain experts and get to know about the latest industry standards. This free webinar will expose you to the wide spectrum of development concepts, engineering designs or drafting, business analytics, project management, and many more to explore. This CAD/CAM CAE webinar for mechanicals is being taken by Mr. Ravi Rai, who possesses 6 years of experience in software training and 2.5 years of experience in operations in molding tool room. His professional expertise and experience prepares him to be successful at this profile. His foundation is CAD engineering, software and training. He has been providing training to leading colleges and companies to fulfill their candidates' design skill enhancement techniques. He has also worked on the Delhi Police SIEMENS Programs, that is a project based on installation of CCTV cameras all over the city. Coming over the topics and agendas that will be covered for this live online webinar. It includes what is CAD/CAM or CAE, who can do CAD/CAM or CAE, why CAD/CAM or CAE, history of CAD/CAM and CAE, present role and future of CAD/CAM and CAE, CAD/CAM CAE at Multisoft Virtual Academy, various CAD/CAM CAE programs for mechanical engineers, introduction to AutoCAD, CATIA, Creo, SolidWorks, ANSYS, Inventor, and Unigraphics NX. Now, I would like to hand over the presenter panel to Mr. Ravi Rai, who shall be picking up this live online webinar for you all. Thank you for your patience, and now I look forward that you all will enjoy this session, and once the session is done, you will be provided with the recording as well in 48 to 72 hours. And you can always put up your queries and doubts once the webinar is completed, and then we shall move forward to meet you all in the group session as well that will start very soon in the coming weekend. Thank you all of you for your patience. Now I hand over the panel to Mr. Ravi Rai.
Hello everyone. My name is Ravi Rai, and today I'm your presenter of your webinar session. It's based on the basically is the CAD, CAM, and CAE. So first I have to show you something. Okay. So everybody, your background is some technical and some mechanical. So maybe you heard about the something is CAD, CAD, CAM, and CAE. So what is CAD? CAD. Everybody, maybe you know that you had your friend circle and maybe it's in a college session. So what is CAD? CAD is basically a computer aided designing. Okay, and what is computer aided designing? We all knows about the designing. If you want to make anything in the world, you have to make first a design, a prototype, you can say that. But if you want to make it, so you don't use that on a pen, paper, and all things. So what you need is totally based on the computer software. It's computer software which is provided you the platform, just like if you want to design anything. So it says computer software. Just like maybe you heard about this is AutoCAD, CATIA, Revit, and in a different field we use a different software. So what happened? It's basically a CAD. So it depends on also your background. If you are a mechanical, you use in the AutoCAD, CATIA, another software. If you are an architecture engineer and if you are a civil engineer, so you use in another software. So this is CAD, and the another thing is a CAM. CAM, and before that CAM, I will introduce a CAE. Let's see. If you want to make any part, so what happens? If you design anything, so is it right or wrong technically? So who decided? So we apply some logical engineering on that product, and which is called a product designing also. So for that we have another software for the analysis or simulation process. So we need a computer aided engineer software which is totally based on the physics and the engineering concept on it. So just like we take an example, if you want to make a building structure, so we have to know all the seismic zone, on the wind speeds, and and we also know the structure design. So for that we have apply, and all things is a engineering session actually. So we have a software of a simulation thing. Just like CATIA also is a simulation process, and Creo also have, and some specific software also are there, just like a ANSYS. So this ANSYS is just based on the multi-physics software. So just suppose you design something and you simulation on it, and suppose your product is very good according to the engineering perspective. So then you want to manufacture it. So how will you manufacture it? So for that we have a CAM based software which is provided you a manufacturing power. This is how will you manufacture? Is it based on the die molding part? Is it based on the some turning part? Is a lathe part? Is it some coding part? So for that we have a CAM, computer aided manufacturing software, which is provided basically is a numerical code also. So we have some computer aided manufacturing software. Okay. Now, I just already told you who can do that CAD, CAM, and CAE part. Okay. Ah, okay. So you are an engineer. Maybe you are some mechanical engineer or civil engineer or electrical and anything. Maybe you are in aeronautics also or aeronautics engineers. So they are also have a turbo machinery parts and turbo engines are there or air wings parts. So there's a lot of engineering are there. There's a turbulence. There is some wind analysis. There is aerodynamics, airfoil also. So we all are the engineers, but we have to uh, clear the thing. Means we have to make a part in an engineering perspective. So we are the engineers. So that's our responsibility to make a part which is fully applicable in the that real world and at a low cost. So that's our responsibility to make anything is in a minimum cost. That's why we are using that kind of software. And every industry, if you took out any company, every industry now, they are using a designing portion also there and analysis simulation also there. So they are using a lot of software also. Okay, so just I already told you why we are using this. Because we have to reduce cost, reduce inventories, increase productivity. Because in a computer, you also decided that how we can make in a multiple parts. Just like if you take any example, if there is some remote part, PC remote, TV remote. So there is a small thing, but their production is very large. So how will you increase production at a minimum cost? That's why, okay, uh, maybe sound is maybe low. Okay, so we have to increase the move and all things. So there is a, so why we using this? Because there is some great flexibility we need it, reduce the lead time, reduce cost, reduce inventory, improve the quality also. Because we in the software we can also provide how we uh, uh, finishing the surface and how which tool we provided to for the manufacturing part. So just I only told you is increase also efficiency and reduction the machine tool also, because it there is some we can put anything in your software. Suppose you want to make a part which is a manufacturing in the titanium alloy, but how would you make it? Because we need some that kind of tool which is make easier to cut the titanium alloy. So we have a nickel or anything. We have a carbide also. So we can also that kind of information, that kind of engineering information, we can easily put in your software. Okay. So that's also give you the efficiency you want. If in that case you can increase the efficiency and the reduction is sampling costs. So let's see the some history and all kind of thing, because you know that in the Second World War there is a we also invented a aeroplane in the 1905. So after that we use the aeroplane in a war. In the Second World War, if you know that they can they make a aeroplane or they can a fighter plane on paper. Everything is on a paper, but it's really hard to handling of it. So what can I do? We make a kind of software. So just see, there is some in 90s, in the 60s, 70s, there is one software is a CATIA, which is a France-based company, 1981 and 70s also. Maybe you hear about the Dassault system. It's a very big company of France, which is especially made a fighter plane of France, and is also providing in some other country also. So they make a software for itself. It is called a CATIA, and some other company also there. make a ProE for their self and the AutoCAD. So it's all basically they need of a high quality product. So that's why they they make a software like that. SolidWorks also there, ProE also there, and they also provided some affordable package to the some other country. Because if you go to the European country, they almost use a ProE in a small scale business. But if you go to the aviation sector, they everybody use the CATIA. Okay, if you go to the any there's a Boeing 347, they make the all the structure in a CATIA. But if you see the some bikes, so they are making in the ProE also. There is some other software is they say Bentley system created a micro station in the 1980s. There is some other companies are there, just like the power sector. If you see, there in a power sector, what you need? You need some thermodynamics calculations are there. They don't need some aerodynamics are there, but they need a thermodynamic calculation. Just like there is some pressure drops are there, some diameter of your pipeline and all things. So there is some analysis software is a micro station also, which is give you the power sector is a very boom. The micro station software there is some using the General Electric also, Alstom, they are also using the micro station. L&T are there, which are in the power sector. So there is a lots of companies which are using the different level software, because what they need, that's also depend. It's on it. Also. Okay. Now, so just like I told you that there is lots of company are using that software, and that company are using that software. So because why are you using? Because they need a very good quality. Because and if they need quality, they need a worker of that how they need a specialization engineers of they using that kind of software. That's why this kind of service are boom. So just like I told you, I'm working in a Multisoft Virtual Academy. So we are also providing all kind of software at CAE. This kind of software just like AutoCAD I told you, and also CATIA V5, SolidWorks also there. Unigraphics is a Siemens based company, NX, and Autodesk Inventor, and says. So just like I'm right now, I'm show you some designing portion of in a CATIA. Just like suppose this is a very simple part, which is using in a car industry. See, it is nothing. It's just a very simple part which will have a just make a oval shape, and the two holes are there, which is a nut bolt. So how I create it? So that's a engineering thing, because before you want to create anything, you have a one size. So how I'll create it? Just say it. See, there is some parameters are there, because we all are engineers, so we have defined everything very specifically, and there is a if you specify, say here is a 30 diameter. If you see it, here is a 30 diameter. So why I give a 30 diameter? Because there should be a hole of a 30 diameter. So we need a nut bolt. It should be less than that M30, because that's why I created a 30 diameter. So everything is in that case. See, it's a very simple part. Now I will show you some another part. See, see, it's a piston. It's a circular part. If you see it, it's a circular part. Okay. Now it's a circular part. So how would you create it? How would you manufacture it? So the all thing we decided here. See, I will give you the section view of it. Maybe you know about the what is section view. Okay. See it later. So now how it is design it? How I design it? See, we give all parameters again. It's diameter. All diameters are there. 65 and all things are there. So see, these are, I will show you a simple part. You see it. Now I will give you some testing thing. See, now in that everybody right now you are using the smartphone. So you see your smartphone, there is a back cover of it. It's not a back cover of a smartphone, but it's a kind of it. Okay. Now how will I create it? Now if you see, now if you see in a different view, it show a different side. See, there's a lots of curves are there. It kind of curves are there. That is curve. Now there is another curve. See, the oval shape are there, and this is an isometric view. So how will I create that typical part? So we use in a CATIA. It's a CATIA. So it's CATIA is basically used in the aviation sector. Why the aviation sector? See, if you see the aeroplane or any kind of aeroplane right now, they are using a very good curve. Why it is curve? Because they want to hindrance the air curves also. So they using a very good curves. And if you see the turbo engine on it's online, so there is also a blade. If you see in the blade, and there's also a disc also. So there is a lots of a curve. So for that kind of curve, we use a surfaces. We call the surfaces in a CATIA, any other software also, but mostly in the surface industry we use a CATIA. So if you see, there is a surfaces are there is a lots of surface. See how we design it. If you see, there is some yellow portion. See, first I draw that kind of curve. I just hide my 3D model. First I draw this. Then I introduce this thing. See? Then I split it. If you've seen it, see, I have this thing. Now I split it again. We have this thing, and we have joined this. See, in a surface designing, if you see, in a surface designing, we create any model, any kind of model very easily, which have any kind of surfaces are there. Now, it's a surface. If you see, surface doesn't have any thickness. It have a negligible thickness. See, there is a negligible thickness. So we have to add material. I hide this. I just unhide my model, 3D model. See, there is some thicknesses are there. So that's the difference in a model and a 3D model also. See, now there's a Okay, we talk about this thing. Now we see some very simple thing. See, it's a sheet metal. We everybody know, we everybody knows that what is sheet metal. Sheet metal is what? Is a specific thickness which is applied on the all over part. If you see, it's a thickness. So what is the thickness? See, there the thickness is 1 mm. So 1 mm thickness is all over there. So we have an environment, that kind of software, we have an environment, we can provide any kind of engineering thing, whatever you learn in your technical course and a BTech career. So we have a, now I am provided is a 1 mm thickness, and the second thing is default band radius. See, so now see, how will I just draw it? Now first I draw this thing, then I attach a wall, sorry, then I attach a wall here, then I attach again a wall. See, I just attach in a wall again and again, just providing a, now see there is some band there, so you can see this, here is a 2 mm radius. So if I click here, see, here is a automatically taken, the radius is 2 mm. You can change also further, and now I provided some hole there. Now you see there is a, in a CAD software, except AutoCAD also, except AutoCAD, any kind of CAD software, there is a tree in a left hand side which is very useful to use your model. Just like I just click here. So now I see this hole. I just double click on it. What is it? Show the some specification. It's a 4 mm hole, and you see it's a some positions are there, 9 mm from that edge, 4 mm on the bottom edge. So you can change any parameter at any stage. Suppose I just change it to up to 3. Now click OK. Now it's become 3. How will I know that it is 3 or not? I just check it. See, it's showing the radius. So I just change to say diameter. Now this is the diameter, and it's also showing the some position in a X, Y, Z, because it's a 3D model. So there is a, so of course there is some 3-dimensional position, and the position of what is a center point. Now if you want to know where is origin of this center point, so it's here. It's a cross section of a 3 by default plane. You can change also the origin, all things. Now if you see, this is my sheet metal, suppose the whole sheet metal are there, but how will you determine the raw material size? So there is some other option in sheet metal. See, if I click here, now it's seen the the maximum dimension, the maximum dimension of the length, breadth, and all things. Okay. Now this is some other model. See, this is some bucket of it, and it's a completely designed in the surfaces. We don't use any kind of 3D model. It's a surface. So if you see, the curve is there. There's a lot of curves are there. These curves and that handle curves. See. So that kind of typical curve we use a surface designing. Now see, maybe you've seen that part before. So we have that kind of, we use that software very easily. Now if you see one thing, there is a hole, there is a 4 hole are there. this one, this one, this one. See, I just check it. First I draw this hole. Now if you want to that hole in a multiple position, so you can just create a pattern. So I just create a pattern. Now you see, and what is the use of that pattern? Because you have to just specify one parameter in that part designing, and in a pattern is just replica of the whole parameter of it. So if you want to just change the one parameter, say just is a 30 diameter hole and is a counter bore, so is counter bore dia is 60. So I just change it to 30 to 25. So it also replicate, if I change this to 30, so it also replicate the other three holes. So that's an easy thing when you're using any kind of designing software, just like Creo, SolidWorks, Unigraphics are also there. So there is some useful thing are there. Okay. Now see, there is some other kind of part. If you see that this is not a sheet metal. See that carefully. See, this is not a sheet metal. There is a gap is less. There is some other gap, and it's different kind of a product. Because sheet metal is very hard to make like this. So this is basically a frozen part. So how will I design? Is there some different kind of thing? Now, okay, this is all are the 3D model, but in a practical industry, after the 3D model, you have to represent your data other customer and any other person, and you have to share all the 3D data to other customers. So how will you share it? You have to create any 3D model into a drafting portion, which is all the history said that we have created 2D model basically. We said that. So suppose I just have this part. Say this one. This is a simple one. So you have to create a drafting part. So how I'm just creating a drawing. See here, this is a blank sheet is there. So I just want to project it. So how will I project it? Just click here. Now it's showing in my screen. Now it's showing the some interesting things. It's showing the front view, scale also shows there. Now you have to specify the dimension of it. So I just specify the dimensions. See this, this, this one. Okay. So I just specify the whole dimension. And you can also specify the symbols, welding symbols also there, roughness symbols also there. And if you want to put any text here, and suppose this is a circle, so it doesn't show any center line. So if you want to create a center line, so there is some other options too. See, now it's showing the center line. See, so for a different part, we have a different. So it's a drafting thing. Suppose I just projected some another part. Say this one is a piston. So I just show it like this. But I want to see the inside of it because it's a hollow inside. If you see this, it's a hollow inside. Some other thicknesses are there. So if you want to show this, so I just create a cut in between them. See, now we have in a different section of it. So if you want to specify the dimension of, so you can specify the inside diameter is say 120, and you specify the some other dimension easily. See, so this is a very useful thing if you know that drafting part also, because 3D model, when we use a 3D model, it just basically a whole thing, it's apply on the analysis part also. Suppose I just show you some analysis part in CATIA. So just before it specify the any analysis part, so this should be some material. So I just first specify the material. So they suppose this is my titanium part. Okay. If I put a titanium, see, if you see in the tree, it's a titanium. So I just double click on it. See, some show the by default value. So some density, so some yield distance, and means all the engineering portion. So I just click OK. See, if I put a titanium, but the color, the appearance of this model is doesn't change. So I just change the appearance. Show some black. I just put it back on. Now I am doing the some analysis part. Now let's see, say static analysis. Now see, I just want to fix this part. So just fix this surface and this surface, because this is a bolted a hole, so is automatically a fix. Fix this one, and I just put a load here. Suppose on this first surface, and how much force is applied is suppose in x direction is downward. So I put in a negative 200 Newton. Okay. Now to compute it. It's a very small analysis. Now analysis part is done. Now see the result. See, see the value, and here is a color, some color distributions also there. What is it shows is a when message stays. Maybe you hear about this that term. It's basically after the load, how each and every point stretch and the pressure they sustain. So if you see the red one is a maximum value. So where it is show that red one, it's here around. See? So what is the value of his is the maximum is 1 is 0.05. So if you see the material, what is the material? What is his yield strength? Is the maximum power is 8. So its sustain is a now it sustains the 200 Newton force. Is it downward in that direction? So it is very small analysis part also. So you can also analyze it in a different software, just like Unigraphics, ANSYS. ANSYS is a completely based on the analysis part. It doesn't have any designing portion, and it doesn't have any manufacturing portion. So it's completely based on the analysis part. But now, if you see, CATIA is capable of CATIA, SolidWorks, Pro. They all are the software capable of designing, manufacturing, and the analysis and installation part. So you can do any multiple thing in a that kind of software. Okay. So you can, this is a very small structural analysis. So you can do any kind of, if you want to thermal analysis, suppose is a heated in some 500 Kelvin. So it's also provided. So I just close this. Now I will show you some designing parts also. Now you see there is some single part I will show you, but you can also assemble them. So so if you want to change it easily. See this. So you can also give a assembly part. This is a radial piston. So if you see in the tree, it shows some different parts. It's a lower Bosch mastering bearing. See? So I just hide. So that's kind of, we can also make a assembly here. Okay. Okay, now back to the P. So I will show you some designing portion and some analysis portion in a CATIA. Now there is some it's a course provided. What we course provided is a Multisoft course provided is Creo. And Creo and Creo are the same thing. So duration is there is some duration are there is 80 and 120 hours. So we can provide you designing portion also and the analysis portion and the manufacturing portion also. It depend on the what kind of course you enroll. So there is some other example is a CATIA and SolidWorks. So CATIA is just like I told you is a CAD CAM CAE package and just like a Pro and a SolidWorks also. So this is basically used in the aviation, mold design, HVAC industry, power plant, power sectors. So that's all kind of companies and the industry they're using the software. Say you can say Unigraphics. So Unigraphics is also very useful in the industry, which is based on the molding design and car manufacturers. They all are using that kind of software. And the ANSYS, just like I told you, ANSYS is a completely based on the multi-physics. It's a mostly used in the civil engineering, testing fuel, and thermal analysis of your computer parts and computer chips. So they all are using in that kind of industry. So and just like I told you, is a Multisoft Virtual Academy. We trainer, we all provided you so that kind of software, PPC, Siemens, all systems. So we are all associated with this kind of company, and we also certified you that software. Just I will show you some certification. So we have an AutoCAD certification, we have Inventor certification, and we have some other certification also. We can give you such certificate, which is completely linked in the company. So now I will get back to the Shivali. She will continue with that.
Hello. Thank you all for listening to the live online webinar with Multisoft Virtual Academy. We hope that you all enjoyed the session, and we appreciate that you all have been here for this live online webinar. You will also get the recordings of this webinar in another 48 to 72 hours. Just in case you want to have any inquiry with regards to the course details, duration, and the upcoming schedule, you can mail us at info@multisoftvirtualacademy.com. We are also available on our 24/7 available numbers, that is +91 8130 or +91 8130 66009. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for attending this live online webinar with Multisoft Virtual Academy. We appreciate your patience and look forward for your learning with us.